So now the Countryside Charity, or CPRE, has been celebrating innovative and sustainable projects across the county for the last 15 years. And another 5 projects were recognised this week with the CPRE Gloucestershire Award. Those winners include Asherworth Hub, Barnwood Park, Arboretum, Lydney Harbour, Leckhampton Hill, Charlton Kings Common, and St James the Great Church, Stoke Orchard, Wall Paintings Conservative Projects. So Richard Lloyd is the Vice Chairman of CPRE Gloucestershire, and he joins me now. Hi, Richard.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. What a glorious day out there.
Oh, it's beautiful out there today. And thank you so much for joining us on the show. What a wonderful thing to be a part of, really celebrating those sustainable projects in the county. Firstly, tell us about what you look for when deciding who to give an award to.
Well, it's about celebrating the projects, but it's also about celebrating and recognising those wonderful people out there who've actually made all these things happen. Be they organisations or individuals. It's all very simple. This is about recognising the good things that are going on in the county, exemplars of good practice. It's about promoting high environmental standards, and it's also about a positive agenda for change. Life moves on, and new activities and new things have got to be done in the best possible way. So we're looking for recognising those good things and a positive agenda for change in the future. And there's 5 projects that we've recognised again earlier in last Thursday, which brings the grand total since we started the awards up to 90. So there's a good spread of things, and as you go around the county, you might see the odd building with a plaque on it, which are still out there.
Oh, fantastic. What a wonderful initiative as well. Are you finding year on year, Richard, that people are trying to be more sustainable? Obviously, we have these big conversations every year about being more sustainable, more environmentally friendly. Are you finding that more and more places around the county are trying to do just that?
Yeah, I think they are. It is going in the right direction. It's very slow, and we get frustrated from time to time, but there are good things going on out there, and that's what this is all about, trying to wave a flag and celebrate those projects. And you kindly listed the 5 ones this year, very, very diverse. We've got the large scale stuff, which is, I suppose, Destination Lydney Harbour and the Leckhampton Hill and Charlton Kings Common projects. These are operate over a fairly wide area. And then you've got a small enterprise in Asherworth, the Asherworth Hub. Wonderful, where the local owner took over the shop just at the beginning of the pandemic and has expanded the enterprise very sympathetically, repurposing old buildings to provide an attractive shop, deli, post office, cafe, and a small art gallery. And the hub is licensed. And it's wonderful. It's now a focus for community activities, and it's proving a great success. And that's a community thing at its very best.
Which is just fab, isn't it? And just seeing these places really thrive in the county, which is what we love. And it must be really tough as well. I'm sure you get lots and lots of entries and people doing amazing things. So it must be quite hard to pick out those winners.
Yeah, we've got to have a balance between dealing with a manageable number of entries and not turning anybody away. We usually have between sort of 5 and 10 projects each year. And we've got this wonderful panel of independent judges which go around and see what's what, and we have a discussion, and then we come to a decision of which projects to give the accolade to towards the middle of the summer, and then we have our annual event. Rather nicely presented by our president, Charles Martel. But this year it was slightly different. We've added a new sort of criteria to the awards, and that's about the issue of climate change and doing something about it, mitigation and adaptation. And the Barnwood Park environmental improvements is all about that. And that was about flood protection, flood defence, and increasing the storage capacity, water storage capacity of the park and reducing flood risk on the Wootton Brook. And we had a sponsor for our awards this year in Savills, and I better mention them, I think. And they presented the award for that. They were particularly interested in the climate change stuff, which we hadn't specifically picked up before, but I'm glad we had.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. So have you had the award ceremony yet this year, or is it still to come?
Yes, last Thursday.
Oh, brilliant.
We hold it when we've had the same venue for a number of years now, which is rather good, which is in Hynham in the Gambia Parry Hall, which does us rather well. And people seem to enjoy it. We end up with a rather nice sort of celebratory tea.
Oh, lovely. Oh, it sounds brilliant. Just a great way of celebrating, isn't it? So that just sounds absolutely lovely. And in terms of people who might be listening now and thinking maybe 2023 is the year for them and they want to be either more sustainable or, like you say, really make a difference in the community, how is the best way of maybe finding out a little bit more about the awards or finding out what they can do to get one?
Yeah, it's all itemised on the CPRE Gloucestershire website. So if you go into www.cpre cpregloss.org.uk. That's right, cpregloss.org.uk on our website, and all the details are there. And there's a very simple nomination form, very, very simple, which will guide people on what they need to do.
Fantastic. Sounds wonderful. And for you, it must be just so nice to see these places thriving and doing so well in the county. Oh
yes, it is. It's rather good because we do obviously go and visit them all, and that's fascinating in its own right because they are so very, very different, as you will see from this year's 5, with a little village church at the one end of the telescope with these fantastic medieval wall paintings which were rapidly deteriorating and have been brought back to rude health in a superb conservation effort, which has also trained up some conservation students and things as well, which is a bonus on the top. So yeah, very, very different and all very worthwhile in their own right.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, it's so lovely to chat to you, Richard, and lovely to hear all about this fantastic year, all the fantastic projects as well that have been doing so well. So thank you for joining us. How's the rest of your Sunday looking? What are you up to?
I'm going to sort out the garden in a minute while it's not raining.
Yes, exactly that. That's it. Yeah, squeeze all the activities into the last bit of the morning, I think, because it's going to be a bit drizzly as we go into the afternoon. But Richard, thank you so much for joining us. Take care.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Bye.